Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we're gonna be doing another bomb spots video. So we're gonna be going to the first bomb spot in a little bit. Now this first bomb spot is just to put a hole in their Zeppelin. And it's kinda you're just gonna be planting it right about here. And it's just really just to put a hole in their Zeppelin so a pilot could actually send torpedoes, bombs, rockets, or whatever at this area, the lower deck and the upper deck. The bomb is very easy to defuse though, because it can be defused to the wall. So I would recommend staying right here instead of being right here, because it can easily be, defused. And yeah, it'll leave this ammo box on fire. And it just leaves a gaping hole that's more annoying. Very annoying. And you can always just come in with a light bomber or a rocket plane and destroy this ammo box or whatever, Just destroy it and they will have less ammunition. That was the first bomb spot. Now this next one has some reasonable sense. And it is just... Oh, no, not... Okay. Well, it's just very simple. All you have to do is crash, hop onto their Zeppelin, plant your bomb right here, and go on the AA gun. This is basically the most used ladder, but also you can also fend them off with the AA gun here. It'll be easier for you because an AA gun versus a rifle will not do really well. So, yeah. It'll just blow up here in a second. And it just leaves a gaping hole over here, and destroys this ladder. And this ladder is very important because it provides quick access to the upper deck. Now they have to walk all the way over here and go up this staircase. And if that staircase is destroyed, then they have to walk all the way over to these staircases in order to go to the upper decks to, defuse a bomb that, just the upper deck is probably more used than the lower deck, because the upper deck has 3 light cannons, and it makes it even easier to reach these ones by doing, this. And that's pretty much the second bomb spot. Now, this next bomb spot is kind of just simple, and it's just going to be right here on a turbine. It can be any turbine, but it will oppose an obstacle to crew, because if they only have one chance of defusing your bomb, because if they fall off, it's game over, because this is very easy to fall off and die. So yeah, it's not the best, especially when it's not the best for the enemy team, because it blows off this turbine, it removes the turbine, removes the AA gun, sending it down there, which if the Zeppelin is either moving forward or going up and down, it will fall off. And yeah, it's kind of a nice thing. Now this next one will involve your plane instead of a normal bomb. And that bomb will be sent over here, and that will destroy an ammo box. Well, that, if you guys remember, that was the first bomb spot we saw. And if you threw your bomb, it would leave a gaping hole and destroy that ammo box. So if you got nothing else to hit with your light bomb, you can always just give that a try. And the actual bomb spot will just be here on this AA gun. Every crew wants to defuse it, but they can easily be killed via like this. So yeah, it's also good at removing the AA gun. And yeah, now the thing's on fire. Great. And we will see this thing exploding in 5 seconds. 1, and boom. As you can see, it just removed the AA gun and completely put a hole in their Zeppelin, which is not good. Especially when you think of people, most people really like landing here. And with a hole in it, it's gonna be semi-annoying because now they launch rockets, torpedoes, light bombs into the inner decks of the Zeppelin. And you don't want that. So, yeah. That was that. Now, this next one will involve the rocket plane. The rocket plane is extremely good at messing up the crew like this. It can kill the crew or enemy players in the lower decks and it'll weaken the structure and, leave the ammo box smoking. Well, it depends on where you hit it, but if you hit it in the crew or the captain's room, the captain's dead for good because the rockets penetrate that armor and completely demolish it. So, yeah. Now, this next one will involve, this real bomb spot will involve you planting it on the ladders. And then it'll leave the staircase, which is extremely vulnerable to damage via light bombs or rockets or torpedoes or just general cannon fire. Whatever it is extremely vulnerable, and it'll, make it even harder to reach the enemy, or for the enemy to reach their upper decks. It leaves this ammo box on fire and removes both of the ladders. And now the most vulnerable part, aka, you guessed it, the staircase. This is very vulnerable, and in most instances, it will be gone in most games, And another thing is, as you can see, the plating on this cannon was removed, and now the cannon is extremely hard to fire without being killed via rockets and other things. Now, as we were talking about in the intro, I would say this is a bomb spot video, but there's a lot of things to discuss in Zeppelin Wars, including the new, hot air balloon, which is pretty interesting because it has an ability to self-destruct. As you guys can see, there's some very nicely placed C4, but it also includes 10 rockets that infinitely regenerate until the balloon is taken down. So, as we can see, will be piloting this to the most common place where people usually go. And, yeah, that place will devastate the back rear tank. Now, this back tank is extremely easy to get because of the massive hole that is unavoidable on the bottom of Zeppelin. And as soon as you reach your destination, which is going to be right about here. Hold up. Why is it stopped? So, yeah, as you can see, I'm failing because this W thing won't stop moving for some odd reason. But the idea is you go in there in order to be, then, well, it's kind of hard. I'll demonstrate it in a second. Alright, we got it to work. And this strategy is just going as high as you can and exploding. It will damage the Zeppelin. And yeah, it's just a self-destruct mode. So that was that. Now, this next bomb spot is something we said in an earlier video, and that will be just planting your bomb on the plane spawner, so there's now a gaping hole, so cannons can come in and destroy the Zeppelin. And as you can see, it would be impossible to spawn a plane anyways because the floor is burned to a crisp. But this will make it even harder. Very hard to even spawn a plane. Because most of the time, games end in cannon warfare. And as we can see, it now leaves a gaping hole. This is about to fall. There is no one, walking way. This back thing will fall pretty soon. Now, that was the last bomb spot. If you guys want to see this back, if you guys want to see this, back thing falling off, just, you can leave the video now, but, if you want to see this back rear launch pad fall off, just stick around for a bit. It's falling. Yep, it fell. And now it's basically impossible to spawn any planes. So that the planes, even in cannon warfare, planes are extremely important. So, yeah. Anyways, bye.